What is up, guys? This is your boy Maliko Boost with another video today. And let me let y'all know what I got now. So you want to know how to disable that lovely engine auto off start stop in your newly purchased Ford vehicle, such as a Ford Fusion or a Ford Explorer or Ford Escape or Ford, what other vehicle has it? Just about every Ford vehicle that you can buy now. It's an angry looking Fusion. I don't know what his problem is, but he better get his face together. This video is going to be how do you disable the auto start stop feature in about 5 minutes or less. So most of my videos are about 30 minutes long, 40 minutes, maybe even an hour long. This one's going to be very short. Now, to get started, the first thing you will need is a Ford vehicle that was manufactured, I want to say 2018 or later, 2018 to now, okay? Or any Ford vehicle that has that circle arrow with an A in the middle, okay? The next thing you need to do is you need to walk out to that vehicle with no tools in your hand, unless you just can't squeeze your hand, or, turn a screw. It's not something you can do in the settings. So I'm actually going to get in and show you what I mean. You get in, you put your foot on the brake, or you turn the key, or you start it, and you're greeted with that lovely Ford door chime. I'm gonna turn the light back on. So mute that. Just completely turn that off before we get bombarded. All right, so you think that right in here in the settings, where it says settings, vehicle, auto engine off. No, when you uncheck that, that is not auto start stop off. That is, if I was to sit in my garage or sit here with the vehicle running for about 30 minutes, it would actually turn the entire vehicle off, just in case I forgot to turn it off. So you can't really disable the auto start stop from your settings. Every time you get in the vehicle, though, you would have to push that button. But it's annoying as crap to and me, it's become a habit. See, number one, I'm not even used to driving an automatic. So having to do stuff like this is just, it was foreign to me when I first bought this car. But you would always have to push that daggum stupid freaking button. Okay? Let me let y'all know that you no longer have to do that anymore. Because now, in some of the bigger Ford vehicles like the Expedition and the Explorer, it's somewhere up here. In fact, it's by the camera button, the 360-degree camera. But it's the same in all the Ford vehicles. So, what you need to do now is you need to reach on down and pop that hood, okay? So the hood is ajar. Now we're fixing to go under the just massive, powerful, monstrous powerhouse of the Fusion. All right. So you're under the hood of and it would probably help if I turn the engine off, but you're under the hood of the vehicle. The first thing you need to do is you need to find the battery, which mine is right there. On the negative battery terminal, there's going to be something like this that comes off of it. It looks like a little pin connector. All right, what you want to do is you want to take your finger, and there's a little release to hit it right there, and you want to pull that loose. Guess what you have just done? You have just disabled auto start stop, and just leave it there. Don't even hook it back up. So now, let me show you that it has been disabled. Yeah. So basically, the engine just shut off, right? You see that little icon right there? Because my foot is on the brake. And the auto start stop is enabled. As soon as I take my foot off the brake, listen closely. Yeah, okay. All right. So, as you can see right now, there's already a slash mark right there for auto start stop. So, regardless of if I have that button pushed or not, it says the auto start stop has been activated. You don't have to worry about pushing that switch anymore, literally, because now we're about to drive forward, and you have to hit at least 20 miles an hour for the auto start stop to even be triggered. But watch this. I want to drive. I know my seatbelt's not on, and I want to come to a stop at the stop sign. The engine's still running. So even if I'm moving, you see how that label goes away for the auto start stop? It'll come back once I come to a stop. That means that the computer says, okay, turn the engine off, but it doesn't have what it needs to turn the engine off and fire it back up. So your engine's gonna continue to run. If you don't believe me, we're gonna go here. Yeah, the engine's still running. Now when auto start stop is on, those RPMs drop to 0. So when you need to take off the line really quick, you just throw that thing in sport mode and you just... You ain't gotta worry about waiting on the engine to hurry up and start up. You know what I'm saying? Heard that turbo? Oh, I can hear it a little bit too. Ooh. Ooh. Now the reason that you would want to do that, and I'm gonna actually clip it back on my the reason that you would want to disable your auto start stop is, number one, you're gonna wear your starter out. I don't care if they engineered it to do that. You're gonna wear that dang starter out. And then, like, it's not a hybrid. Like, it is not a hybrid. Hybrids can actually fully continue to run their air conditioning system without the engine running. But a gasoline engine that just, I don't like that. I mean, and then when the engine starts back, it's got to re-engage itself to the transmission. And then after the engine has stopped, the oil is no longer circulating through the engine. And so when the engine starts, it's almost as if, I mean, the engine's already going to be hot. But think about it, when you shut the engine off, when the engine shuts off on a car, everything's not being lubricated. So when you fire it up that quick and you just start driving, what really are you asking for? I mean, especially with a lot of these vehicles that have turbos on them. Now, this is just for Ford. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm Ford bred till I'm dead. You feel me? You hear me? I know you do. But, you know, I probably can't hear what I'm saying because the dang air's blowing. But if, like I said, if you just start that engine up, just take off the line, and I ain't talking about fast. Engine just starts and you just start driving. You can tell it feels more sluggish after it does its auto start stop. Like once it goes from being nothing to firing back up and then you drive, it doesn't feel the same. The acceleration doesn't feel the same. Something even sounds different. I just feel like, you know, every new Ford vehicle you buy, why did I bring this stick in here? Don't hit Vanessa. Don't hit the red Mustang. But every new Ford vehicle you buy, whether it's an F-150, even the Raptors have them, dude. The only vehicle that doesn't have that is the commercial vehicles and the freaking Ford Shelby, the Mustangs, period. Ford, please don't put that crap on the Mustang. That's because most of them are stick shift anyway. But Fusion, it's going to have it. If you got a 2018, 2019 Taurus, it's going to have it. The Escapes are going to have it. The EcoSports are going to have it. The Expedition, the Explorer, even the darn Explorer ST has it. The Edge ST has it. All the Edges have them. What's another vehicle that has it? I'm missing one. Crap, what is the name of that thing called? Oh, and any of the Lincoln vehicles has it too. Now, I don't really know about Lincoln, but if Ford actually builds their vehicles exactly like they build their Lincolns, it's probably the same concept. You just look for that thing on that negative battery terminal and just snatch it loose and you're good to go. this has been Maliko Boost. All right. Yeah, baby. Get that auto start stop crap up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So you have just learned how to disable your auto start stop in under 10 minutes. So Maliko Boost, y'all go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Share this video. If you got a Ford vehicle, don't be afraid to reach up under there, because you can't take it to the dealership and make them do it. They're not supposed to do it. You're the one that bought the vehicle. You could get somebody fired or sued or in trouble if you have, like Ford, the people that sell you these vehicles, they have to sell them to you exactly as they came off that assembly line, unless it goes through Roush or Steeda or American Muscle or something like that. But they are not allowed to modify the operation of that vehicle to that extent legally, because it's almost like that's a safety feature. Because what I have noticed, when you do that, if you remote start your vehicle from the Ford Pass app, if you've got things plugged into charging ports, power will not go through those charging ports until you actually start the vehicle. Like, even if the vehicle is running, you have to get in and push the button or put your key in the ignition and turn it to on for everything. Everything's still going to work the same, but like, I got dash cameras and radar detectors and stuff, but like when I remote start my vehicle, like usually my camera comes on immediately when I start it. Everything that's plugged in, even the two in the back, the two in the front, the radar detector, all that stuff, it doesn't come on until I actually get in and push the start button. So, but hey, as long as everything still works and I can keep my air conditioner going, because what happens is it's 49 degrees outside, and last night it was like 30 something. I actually had the auto start stop active, and within 10 seconds of me stopped at a stoplight, I couldn't see nothing out of my windows. It was stuffy in here. It had a funny smell coming through the vents. It was a wet sock, moist smell that came through the vents. And it's not mildew. This is a brand new car. You know what I'm saying? But when that compressor stops turning, you've now got moist, non-dehumidified air coming through the vents. So regardless of if you have that circulator button pressed or not, when that engine shuts off, the compressor turns off, but the fan keeps blowing, your windows fog up. And then summertime gets here. You got to think, when summertime gets here, if you pay attention long enough, and it don't take but 10, 15 seconds, when that engine shuts off and you got the AC blasting, it's going to get hot real quick. And to be honest, the auto start stop really doesn't last the full duration of a stoplight if you're at one of those stubborn stoplights that are at like a busy intersection. So what gas do you even save in the first place? And I have actually found that I waste more gas with the auto start stop, because the amount of fuel it takes to restart the engine and reheat it back up is exactly what you would have wasted anyway if it would have just kept running, especially if the engine can't stay stopped for longer than 1 minute. Like literally 1 to 2 minutes is as long as it'll stay stopped. If Ford can figure out a way to make the actual full air conditioning system continue to work, okay, I'd be fine with it. But if that dang compressor ain't turning up under that hood, and if those radiator fans aren't turning up under that, the radiator and condenser fan, should I say, is not still operating under that hood, forget it. I mean, especially if it's going to turn your AC down almost as low as it'll go anyway. So, but anyway, this has been Maliko Boost. I don't like the auto start stop crap. You can keep that. Yeah, just